The Sooners survive another wild one in Morgantown. I'm Barry Tramel along with OU writer Jason Kersey. We're here in the Allegheny Mountains. We're on Saturday night. Oklahoma beat West Virginia 45-33. And Jason, for a while, this game had a lot in common with that memorable shootout 2 years ago. But the Sooners instead break away in the second half and took control.
Yeah, early on when the teams were trading touchdowns, it definitely reminded everybody, I think, of that early game. Kevin White had a long touchdown reception. The two teams had scored 48 points at halftime, combined for 48 points, exactly the same number they'd combined for 2 years ago. But in the second half, OU really seemed to make some good adjustments and were able to slow down West Virginia enough to pull away.
A lot happened right for the Sooners. Alex Ross, 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, really squelched West Virginia momentum in the first half. In the second half, the OU defense really took command, played much better. But the star of the show was freshman Samaje Perine with 242 yards rushing. The honorary chairman of the Perine fan club, Jason Kersey, politicked for the Perine and Dandy headline in the Oklahoman. It failed to carry the day, but it was a dandy day for Samaje Perine.
Yeah, you know, I'd predicted before the game he'd have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. I turned out to be way off, 242 yards and 4 touchdowns. You know, with Keith Ford out, the team's leading rusher coming into this game, you know, everybody kind of wondered how they were going to split things up. Alex Ross started the game, but Samaje Perine certainly finished it. He was the main ball carrier, 34 carries, had the most rushing yards by a true freshman since Adrian Peterson in 2004. So really just a tremendous performance all around by Samaje.
It was an excellent performance by the Sooners in general. For this, they didn't always play well. They weren't always in control, but they did face adversity, and they met it, and they matched it, and they overcame it. And I thought that was a very good sign. Bob Stoops, after the game, talking about really pleased with the character of this team because it was a little shaky. OU trails 24-17 in the first half, but Ross's kickoff return gives them a tie at halftime, and then Oklahoma dominated the second half. The Mountaineers get a field goal early in the third quarter, but really not much after that until a meaningless touchdown at the end.
Yeah, it looked early on, it looked like when it was 24-17, it definitely West Virginia had taken all the momentum from Oklahoma. OU trailed for the first time all season early in the game. But yeah, and that was sort of the question, is how are they going to handle this? Because through the first 3 games, Louisiana Tech, Tulsa, and then Tennessee, they'd never really dealt with anything like that. But they definitely handled it well.
Now the Sooners get a bye, get next Saturday off, and then head to Fort Worth for Texas Christian University. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoma.